The man who is in the Daniel Dubois business, Hall of Fame promoter Frank Warren, has come to join us. And Frank, we were just talking about how before the Jarrell Miller fight, you made it quite clear to Daniel, and you've been happy to go public with it, that was it for him. That night was the night, that he had to show you on that night that he was what you'd always hoped he could be. And he responded. He was under a lot of pressure, and we've just been saying we can see what's happened to him since. Once you find that self-belief, it's amazing what you can do.
Well, he's had belief in himself. It's just that I don't think he didn't handle well the situation with the referee in Usyk. He just didn't handle that well. The referee, the big gap in between, and he was pulling him, kept pulling him up about low blows and various other things, and that was it. But that for him was a coming of age fight. He come out of that fight, we sat down, we spoke about it, and I said to him, screw the referee, it's not about the referee, it's about you be your own referee and focus all the time. Listen, you're in the other guy's backyard. And I know it was in Poland, but it was where all the a lot of Ukrainian people are, and that was it, and that was a turning point for him. And the Miller fight was a fight where, let's get it right, Miller went into it, trying to unsettle him straight away, but mentally and so forth. When he weren't successful in doing that, he stood his ground, he gave it back to him, and in the fight, he won what, 8 of the 12 rounds at least. And the last round showed what he's all about. He's dangerous at any moment in a fight with the power that he's got.
And what a night at Wembley! What a night in September at Wembley Stadium!
He's done an absolute job. He stamped his authority in that fight within the first minute. That superb jab he threw, which knocks AJ's head completely back, and he was in command of the fight. He got caught a couple of times. I think it was in the 4th or 5th round. Good uppercut, he caught him with AJ, but he was in command all the way through that fight.
If you can handle occasion like that, Matt, too, then you can handle any occasion, really, because we were kind of wondering that night, how's he going to look on the ring walk? It doesn't always mean everything, but often it can mean something. And he just looked like he could not wait to get in there.
Yeah, I think the crucial thing in Dubois' career before the AJ fight was the Hrgovic fight and the Miller fight. Those 2 wins gave him, I think, the confidence in himself that he can do it at the top level, that it can be tough and hard in there, but that he can come through it and still get the win, because that Hrgovic stuck it on him. Those fight got hot and heavy there, and he beat down and came through it and got the win. And I think he needed to do that to believe in him, that he could beat AJ. Not just get a lucky shot, but go in there and be the better man, because obviously, once he knocked him down in the first round, I don't think AJ recovered after that. But even before that, he was winning the fight on the jab, Dubois was.
Yeah, he's got superb jab. And the Hrgovic fight, he went into that with a guy who was confident and nobody wanted to fight him.
And highly fancied as well.
Nobody wanted to fancy him. He was an underdog again in that fight. And as you say, at those first sort of 2.5 rounds, he must have chipped about 15 right-handers, real good powerful punches. He's got a good chin. Yeah. He has got a good chin. But
he just had to have the belief in his chin.
Of course, that's it. And the belief in himself. I know he got that fight with Usyk. He went down, but it wasn't a big punch or anything. Yeah. It was, that was, and the one obviously with Joe Joyce. 4 fractures in his eye socket. He was out for nearly 8-9 months after that fight with that injury. But he's there. He's at an age now. He's not shy anymore. He says what he's got to say. He's and he's comfortable. And more importantly, he's got the power to do it. He's got the boxing brain and the power to do it. Superb.
As I said, Daniel's problem isn't the opponent. Daniel's problem was Daniel. Now Daniel believes in Daniel. There's a problem for everybody else, because you see how this guy, you don't sense fear. There's no fear at all. He's like, I'm having some of this, and he's got a smile on his face because he knows what he's capable of doing. When he's been in, when he's been hit and when he's been hurt and thought, can I do this? Now he knows he can do it. He's up, he's in there. That's what makes him dangerous.
And he's never been in a boring fight. Every fight he has is exciting fights. He carries power. And I'll tell you something, he hits someone, if he hits you on the arm, you know you've been hit. Wherever he catches you, you know the power. And that can take the fight. And that can take the fight out of people when they get caught like that.
Well, let's not forget Joseph Parker's a Queensberry guy too. In fact, in the heavyweight division, if anyone's kind of wondering who a heavyweight is signed with, it's best just to assume he's with Queensberry. Just before we let you go, Frank, the card in top to bottom is absolutely tremendous, but just a quick word on Hamza Shiraz, because you built him expertly and now he's ready to go.
I hope he is. I believe he is. He's in with a good fighter. It's not a gimme, this fight. You know, the other guy, Ademis, is a very, very good fighter. We believe that's the direction for him. That's why we made the fight. It's a tough fight, but I believe it's a fight that he can win. He has the tools to do it. He's got a very good boxing brain. He's got a superb jab again, as we talk about jabs. I mean, it's a big thing for me, but he's got a superb jab. He's got a lot of power. He's a very hurtful puncher. He's got a good boxing brain, and and for a big, tall guy that he is for his weight, he can fight on the inside.
Is he a left-handed orthodox fighter?
Normally you get big, tall, rangy guys. They stay on the outside, work behind. He gets inside and he throws really good body shots. He does remind me, in some ways, of a Tommy Hearn.
Yeah.
He's a cracking fighter. Yeah.